Hello everyone and welcome to another Dueling Academy video. Today we're going to be talking about artwork, specifically different artworks for the same card. In Yu-Gi-Oh! A lot of cards have multiple printings, and some of them that are more iconic have multiple different artworks given for them. Certain cards have only one or two alternate arts, some have multiples, as in like 4 or 5. The one we're going to be talking about today is the Dark Magician, who has a significantly high number of different artworks for just one card. And today we're going to be talking about the top 5, in my opinion, artworks of Dark Magician. So let's start. Coming in at number 5 is the Legendary Collection printing. Also, it's the third TCG version of the Dark Magician. This is one where the Dark Magician is showcased in front of the Tablet of Lost Memories, and being that there's a Blue Eyes variant with the same similar style of artwork where it's in front of the Stone Tablet of Memories, it's an interesting sort of style that they went with these two individual cards. And being that I'm a big fan of the Dark Magician, if you couldn't tell by now, I really like this artwork over a few of the other ones that they have. The same kind of Dark Magician is also shown on the Legend of Blue Eyes version, where it's just standing in front of the Magician's seal. However, I'm not a real big fan of that specific Dark Magician artwork. Coming in at number 4 is actually a version of the Dark Magician that the TCG has yet to receive. It is the 6th OCG version, and it's actually the same style of Dark Magician with the blonde hair, but it's in a floating seal of the Magicians, which is a really interesting and a really badass kind of style, where this Dark Magician looks a lot more intimidating than some of the other Dark Magicians, and I really hope that eventually we will be seeing a TCG variant of this card. Coming in at number 3 is the Anniversary Pack artwork of the Dark Magician, which is actually drawn specifically for this set. It's the 4th TCG printing of the Dark Magician, and the thing with this one is not only does it bear Kazuki Takahashi's signature, but it also has a bizarrely buff Dark Magician. I never quite understood why a card that deals with magic and magical attacks really needs to bother with being so physically fit, but apparently Dark Magician decided to go to the gym for a while and became super badass. I also really like the color scheme on this one, being effectively a black and silver armor as opposed to what we're used to of either the blue or purple armor. Number 2 is actually a fan favorite, and it's the Red Dark Magician in the 5th TCG version. This one actually is probably the newest addition to the Dark Magician family. It's the Arcana one, which came out recently in the Yugi's Legendary Dex collection. This card was long sought after by the English market, and it was actually already printed in the OCG in premium packs years and years ago. But unfortunately, being that it was an OCG and actually the old style of OCG, it really wasn't too popular or well obtained version. And for number 1 spot, you probably guessed this from the beginning of the video, is the original 1st OCG, 2nd TCG version of the Dark Magician, also known as the Starter Deck Yugi version. This is the classic iconic printing of the Dark Magician, the printing that Yugi used in the show, and perhaps the most iconic duel monster in the entire game. Whenever I've thought of Yu-Gi-Oh!, this is always the first card that I think of, being that, starting with the Yugi starter deck, this was the Dark Magician. Back then, there was only 2 different printings of it. You had this one, and then you had the aforementioned Legend of Blue Eyes, which was technically the first TCG version of it, but I've never really been a fan of it, probably because most of my copies of this card, the Dark Magician looks green for some reason. His skin's a little green. It's a little weird. I'm not sure if that was a printing error or what, but I've always preferred the iconic purple Dark Magician in front of the seal. This was always the go-to Dark Magician, and I really do wish I had a few more copies of this. And there you have it, my top 5 for my Dark Magician artwork selections. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you have a Dark Magician artwork or any specific style of artwork that you prefer over others, feel free to leave it in the comments below. Obviously, I may have omitted certain printings of the Dark Magician. I know there are a few Bandai and like the obscure artworks of the Dark Magician that we probably never even got in the English TCG, but these are the 5 that I feel are the most well-known and perhaps the most popular ones. I've never actually seen anyone running the original TCG version of Legend of Blue Eyes Dark Magician. I've never seen that one before. Everyone generally will gravitate towards either the Duelist, the Yugi starter deck, or now the new red one when they're building their decks, either online or in person. But anyway, I hope you enjoyed this video. If so, leave a like down below, and I hope to see you guys in the next video. Happy dueling!